Hello everyone. Today we'll be commentating of the press conference that was held by FIA on Monaco GP. We had some of the drivers there, and they were asked a lot of questions, but we will be covering some of them. So stay with us and let's see what they said. So the host directly started with our homeboy, Charles Leclerc, asking him how he feels about driving on his home turf. He, on the other hand, answered very directly and expressed his feeling that he loves racing on his home track since he was a child. He dreamt about racing in Monaco's track, and knowing that Monaco is a historical track also. He was asked about how much he's prepared about this race. He said that he doesn't consider none of the places achievable except the first place on the podium. So, with other words, he has a lot of hopes to achieve this achievement and be on the first place on the podium on the day of the race on Monaco Grand Prix. He also quoted that whoever performs best on the qualifyings, that driver has the most chances to win the race. But as we all know, Monaco GP is a very hard track, and everything can happen and everything is possible on that track. Albon, as a Williams driver, was asked about his team, what are their intentions and strategies for this race. He said that the engineers have made some slightly changes on the car, and he believes that they will be much more competitive on this race, and that the car will definitely perform much more better than in Imola GP. But also he said that everything is possible to happen because they cannot know anything, they cannot predict anything, so they need to be ready for anything that can happen in this race. Our host said to our champ, beside the rough win on Imola that he had, does he think that they will also have the struggle in Monaco Grand Prix? So Verstappen, as always, with the charm answers, he said that everything can happen, but they are prepared as a team, and that he's going to give everything from himself because he's so prepared and so experienced. He thinks that he will be on the top of that podium. And he also quoted that Ferrari is a favorite on this track, historically and technically. In the other hand, George and Yuki were asked the same question, generally about their cars and about their teams. So they were asked how good their teams are prepared, how they are going to perform, what changes they have made to the cars, to the bullets, what kind of strategies they're going to use, etc., etc. George said that they have adjusted the car to be much more precise on the track, on low speeds, so they will be much more faster on the curves and be much more precise on the straights. But as we know, Monaco GP doesn't have many straights, so I think they will be performing well. Yuki said that from last year he feels much more confident on this year performing with the car because he thinks that this year they have a better car than last year, and they think that will be much more faster. So he has high hopes to be somewhere in first places, in top 10 maybe. Esteban Ocon last year was on the podium. He got the third place on the race from a lot of things that happened on the track, but let's leave that aside. For this season, he said that he has hopes to get some points on this race because of the problem they had as a team from the beginning of the season. They are looking all the time to improve their cars, to improve their time, to improve their skills also. So he thinks that they will need to do more practices and to build up pace on the races. So he thinks that they are going to do some good strategies, and maybe they will be able to grab a good place on this event. From the crowd, Nelson Wolkenberg, F1's journalist, asked all the drivers about Monaco. Does the driver's experiencing skills make a difference on the track? All of the drivers overall gave nearly the same answer, saying that the more skillful you are on Monaco's track, the more you can achieve and the more faster you can be. Also, Charles Leclerc said that on this track, you don't compete with other drivers. You compete with yourself. So the faster or the tighter you take the corners, the more faster you are on the track. So that's his opinion. And he's not wrong about it, because all of the drivers on that press conference agreed with him. Do you think that deleting the quickest lap time of a driver, causing a yellow or a red flag during a qualifying, it could be a good system for a particular track like this one? For example, all the drivers looking at each other, they nodded with a yes answer, because they also think deleting a driver's time, or deleting a driver's time that he is at the moment on the first place on the qualifying, while he gets a yellow flag or a red flag, it would be very positive thing, because technically he has done a mistake and he should be taken off from the list. So another one should get that first place, because that other driver is performing much more well than him. He's not getting out of the track, and etc., and so on, so on. So yeah, they said that should be a thing and put it on the regulation by the FIA, because it would be much more fair to the other drivers. Technically, if you get out of the track, you should be banned, or you should be banned from the qualifying, all of it. This is all that happened on the press conference of the FIA on Monaco GP. Thank you for being with us, everybody. Please don't forget to like and subscribe our channel, because you will be much more helpful. And I am sorry about my voice. Have a nice evening and be well. Ciao, ciao.